And we're back. Back to the couch. It's Choke City.
We're lazy boys.
We're lazy boys today.
Yeah.
I just got done running. David just got done jerking some guy off. And we decided to do a podcast.
The single use of plastics of podcasting. That's what we are, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know what that meant.
I don't know either. Like reuse,
it sounded very smart though.
Reduce, reuse, recycle. But for young Asian gentlemen.
Yeah, but he paid me top dollar.
Oh yeah.
I got so many yen.
So many yen, dude. I got like 400 yen. Like
that's like $4.
Yeah. I know. I made like 4,000 rupees. like that's
yeah, about 50 pesos. That's like 30 cents, dude. I think you got had. That's the price of a hand job in Mexico. That's why we're trying to keep them out of this country. They'll crash the dollar doing that.
Right. That's true. That's very true.
Every American male is going to be walking around relaxed. We can't have that.
Yeah. We need you guys anxious.
Yeah, we need some terrorism in this country.
These microphones are so nice. Harley, don't mess it up. Harley.
Yeah, they're nice and cold in your hand.
And they don't smell like absolute shit.
Yeah.
Every mic, every show, the mics, they're like this. And I put it really close to my mouth. I really shouldn't.
That's why you keep catching AIDS.
Dude, it always smelled like, the mic last night smelled like shit. I had to go up on stage because it was a contest, like with all the other comics were just crammed on this little stage. And like, these guys fucking
It was a black room,
stink,
right?
bro. No, most of the comics were white dudes. There were a couple blacks.
Nice.
I don't think they were the ones that smelled bad.
It was the dirty whites.
Yeah, I mean, Rick the Dick was there. We love Rick the Dick.
Hell yeah.
But man, dude, he's a smelly fella. He's just one smelly fella.
Smelly fella.
Yeah. And I know he did smell, but like it wasn't him that stunk up the mic because it already smelled like that.
It was just sitting in fucking Rich's gym bag.
Yeah.
He's like, why do you keep a fucking...
It is a weird thing, though. Why do comics always smell so bad?
It is one of my hyperfixations. I have real bad OCD. I have to brush my teeth. One time I made you bring me some Listerine because I forgot to brush my teeth.
Yep.
And I was so fucking like...
Yep.
so gay about it.
I drove drunk in the rain to get David some mouthwash.
You were drunk off mouthwash?
Dude, that's a real friend right there. That's a real...
I didn't know you were drunk. I probably would have...
I don't think I was, but that'd be funny. I just get a DUI. It's like, well, at least you got a nice breath, Dave. Like,
thanks, boss.
I lost my
driving privilege.
Driver's license, and I owe the government $10,000, but...
If you really think about it, that's a you problem.
My night was great.
Fresh breath, sparkly teeth.
Yeah.
I bit a kid on stage. It was fun.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Was that when Mike Soto kicked you in the nuts? Probably.
Oh, I remember that. I forget about that.
He tased you one time, too.
Oh, yeah. I love a little bit of, like, Steve-O action. Did you used to make fucking, like, jackass videos with your buddies?
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, we had one where we fell off the roof.
That's cool.
Yeah, that was concussion number dos.
That's pretty cool.
That's Spanish for 2.
Yeah, like I had a trampoline in my backyard, and like it was
a real
just
white upbringing.
It was we had like a basketball hoop attached to it, and
that's
it's
fucking
even more white trash. But
you guys just sitting there talking like Shaq the whole time. I'm gonna go for a dunk.
Yeah, we dunk on each other. It was so badass. Honestly, I would love to do that again.
Just windmilling it.
Yeah, but we would always try and like bounce.
Oh, off the house.
Or no, we would try and like double bounce guys so where they'd fly off the net and shit. And then one time one kid like flew so far that he flew up and his leg got stuck in the rim of the basket. Oh. Thankfully, he was okay. I can't believe he did not just completely tear his ACL because he was like hanging like his leg. It was like, oh shit.
Growing up, my buddy had a trampoline, and we would always fucking just launch each other.
Yeah.
It's so much fun just launching a kid.
Yeah.
Just throwing, like, we had, like, my little nephew would come over sometimes over there, and we would fucking double jump his ass.
Yep.
One time he banged his head on, the metal posts that sit up on it. Uh-huh. That's very fun. Just seeing a kid go almost unconscious.
Yeah. I've had a lot of memories on a trampoline. I remember me and my brother got in a fight with the kids next door on a trampoline.
You guys are just, like, yelling shit, like, every, like, jump, like, at the apex, just, like, fag.
Yeah.
Dumbass.
These kids next door, man, they taught me all the bad words. They knew all the bad words, and then...
What kind of bad words we talking?
All of them. Not like slurs yet. I didn't make it that far, but I was probably in, like, third or fourth grade, and I didn't know any of that stuff. And, man, dude, I would come home and I'd be saying that shit. I have ADHD. Be like, shit, fuck. And they were like, where the fuck did you learn? They didn't say fuck. Where did you learn that? And I was like, Daniel next door. Like, we don't like these kids. Well, it got to the point where, like, Daniel was, I think his name was Danny. He was my brother's age. And the other one, the younger one was my brother's age. The older one was like 2 years older than them. So he was like a small guy for his grade, but like, I mean, he was way bigger than me. I'm in like third grade. Okay? This kid's probably in middle school. So like, I fought this guy. The little brother was like a tiny little dorky dude. And he beat my ass. And then my brother just grabbed him and just kind of fucking...
ragdolled him?
Yeah, he like we didn't know how to fight, but like he like just did a couple of these on
just
the top.
Just a hammer fist?
Yeah, just like bang, bang. And then...
Like Khabib on the mat?
Seriously, it was like Khabib. And then he just fucking... And then he kind of tried to get quick, but we were on the trampoline. So he was trapped. Usually guys just run away from my brother, but he had nowhere to go, so he just grabbed
Just a hammer fist?
And he just kind of fucking laid on him and choked him. And then this kid started crying. So if I'm in third grade, my brother's in fifth grade, this kid's in seventh grade. My brother made him cry because he was just suffocating him. Just literally just drowned this poor kid. Why
do you have a boner right now? No, I'm kidding.
Don't look. Telling me. Yeah. But that was cool. That was a good fun trampoline memory.
Yeah, tramp memes.
I don't even think he was choking him out properly. I think he was like kind of choking him and just laying on him.
Yeah, that's
laying, like just fucking.
Was your brother kind of fat?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's but fat kid fighting right there.
He was fat, but he was also just big. I mean, he was just a solid guy. He was built to play football. You know what I mean? Like he was like O-lineman fat. Like he's fat, but like he's strong. Yeah. Very strong. And then, I remember he had this one move. Where he'd just kind of corner you, and then he would like just kind of
dig the elbow in. Oh, I hate that.
He did that to me a couple times. It's like, oh, bro, dude.
Were you guys a big Nuttap family?
No, not really.
Oh, that was my family. I'd get hit with a vicious nuts tap.
Yeah.
It would send me back like 2 years in puberty.
Yeah.
Every time I got hit by one of those.
Yeah, my cousin Gage.
I'm still Rick.
My cousin Gage, who's like a brother to me. Like one time I just softballed not like a tennis ball. What are those? The lacrosse balls are playing with like a lacrosse.
The wiffle ball?
No, it's the lacrosse ball because they're really solid and they bounce and they're... You know?
Okay, like a handball kind of thing?
Yeah, like the ones you play like wall ball with.
Yeah, handball kind of balls.
I like just kind of softballed it bam, right in the nuts when he wasn't looking. I laughed my ass off. He was so mad at me. He was like, you can't hit people in the nuts. And then I just
Says who?
I just never. I was like, I guess that's the rule. I can't do that.
My family, it's like, if you're not paying attention, you're gonna get fucking,
Yeah.
That's why I'm so squirrely. Like, I'm like constantly on the fucking offensive, just trying to like, all right, I hit you with a fucking Nuttap in Colorado. It was early morning. I just fucking didn't get much out of you.
Yeah, I was pretty tired.
You were tucked?
No, I don't think I don't remember. I don't even remember you doing that.
It was like right when we landed in Colorado. Like, we were outside the frontier gates.
I remember something like that.
Like, you came walking to us with you.
Okay, so like in high school, I played football. There was this guy on the football team. His name was Aaron. Aaron was the biggest, most retarded fucking. He was in all my classes. He was a year older than me, and I'm already like, I'm not in special ed at this point, but like I'm in like the lowest possible thing you can be for our grade, like,
Yeah, just the fucking
IPC, fucking algebra, whatever the fuck it was. He was in all those classes. Big fucking black dude. He was so good at football, but he had this thing where he was just so ADHD, like crazy ADHD. He would just run around just fucking nailing people in the nuts. And then nobody could do anything to him.
Yeah, because he looks like an adult.
He's huge. What are you going to do to him? He was so huge and strong. And I just got to the point where it's like, okay, he's going to hit me in the nuts, and I'm just not going to do anything. Like, I'm just going to...
Don't give him anything.
There's not give him anything. Either way, you can't do anything. What are you going to do, fight him? No. But, like, because that's what he wants. He wants a ride. Like, when people are like, he's like, yep, I'm going to get him tomorrow. He hit me with it a couple times, and I just didn't. I was like, all right. He's like, man, you don't have nuts. And I was like, I guess not, dude. Meanwhile, I'm just like, all day, I'm just, but he stopped. He did it twice, and he couldn't get a rise out of me, so.
Dude, Nuttaps are mythical. I love them.
Yeah.
I just like you hit them with the first two knuckles, just those first two right there.
You're just trying to cop a feel.
No, it's because it's backhand. You don't have the nerve endings. If I went like this,
That's what we do.
If I went, let me get a little taste.
That's what you're doing to those Japanese men.
Let me get it. All right, we're not doing Jap voice.
Yeah, probably not.
No, that's fine.
Too soon.
No, we got to hit 100 episodes before we start doing Japanese voice. Oh, Nuttap.
Japanese voices are fun. They're silly.
Yeah, it's not racial in anything. I do it to my Vietnamese buddy every time I see him.
I'm still waiting to see this Vietnamese buddy of yours.
Oh, you'll never see him.
Yeah, because he doesn't exist. He doesn't exist.
What if I'm just schizophrenic?
Yeah.
I got plenty of Japanese friends or Vietnamese friends.
Turns out to be like a Shutter Island thing. Like he was just kind of watching you the whole time.
And I'm Vietnamese the whole time and I never knew it.
Yeah. He's a white guy.
Would it be called Shutter Island?
As Sun Tzu would say. Sun Tzu Japanese?
He's Chinese. Hey, Chinese.
Damn.
Yeah. They need to start. You know how, like, at Chick-fil-A, they put, like, Bible quotes in the bottom of the food and shit?
Do they?
Yeah, they have, like, John 3:16 underneath the fries or some shit. Like, next time you get Chick-fil-A, just look around on all the things. They have, like, John 3:16
what, like
or,
the
like,
box
Henry.
the nuggets come in?
Yeah, it's shit like that. Or, like, the box the fries are in,
Wow.
Like, what if in, like Panda Express, it's just Sun Tzu.
That'd be cool. That'd be dope.
You
go to Olive Garden, it's Marcus Aurelius.
I was thinking more of Mario.
Mario.
I must find the peach. We have fun here.
We like to have fun. Anyway, what else is going on, David?
What else is going on? I don't know. I'm so tired lately. My mom like cornered me this morning. She's like, "Damn, you have like huge bags under your eyes." I'm like, "I've always had them." She's like, "Now they're like you look like a raccoon, David." I'm like, "Thank you, mother."
Yeah.
Raccoons are pretty. You seen that video of that raccoon with the meth pipe? No.
No.
It's this old woman getting pulled over, and she's clearly a meth head. Her car is a fucking junk like pile, you know, and in the car there's a raccoon, and on the body cam video is just the guy like, the raccoon's got a meth pipe, and she's like, "Oh, let me get that from him," and he's like, "No, ma'am, that's evidence now," and the raccoon's literally holding it up like. Like he's done it before, and he's got little eyebrows. I saw a second video of like, this is Henry, this is, and we rescued him, and he's in the back of the cop car, and he's trying to hold on to like a little water bottle. It's
man,
adorable.
Dude,
he's got little eyebrows that are like painted on.
His name's Henry?
I don't know what his name.
God, dude, I really thought
this is a real story. This happened this week.
I thought that was gonna be a racist joke from you.
No.
I thought that was going to be a racist joke. It shows I've been hanging out with you too much.
No, this was a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
This is endearing. It was fun. It was whimsical.
Yeah.
It involved methamphetamine.
Yeah. Good times.
I would train my cats how to like do cocaine, like having a coke nail on my cat Mikey.
Really?
I don't know.
What?
Trying to keep it in the vein of a raccoon with a meth pipe.
How animals would be on cocaine. Also, that's really expensive just to give your animal.
Yeah. I mean, some cats, they put on antidepressants. Not Harley. She's well adjusted. She pays her taxes.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
She's squirrely every once in a while. She does some bad. You a bad girl every once in a while? Yeah.
That was yes.
That was. So yeah,
Harley
what else is in the news?
Harley is probably the most reoccurring guest. She's really like the third host of the show.
Yeah, she's third mic.
Yeah.
Third mic on a.
She makes an appearance every time.
Yeah, the first thing we're gonna do with some Dave Portnoy money. We're gonna get Harley a dress.
We're just gonna. Dude, she's gonna have a big makeover.
We're gonna put a little bow on her, Miss Harley.
Only Gucci. Like,
you have like one of those purses that carry around. It's a Louis Vuitton,
and Harley's in it, and she's just like, ow, ow! She fucking hates being carried around.
Yeah, but we're gonna have to hire a Vietnamese woman to carry around Harley.
God, why are they always Vietnamese?
They're wonderful people, the Vietnamese. You don't believe that? Are you grabbing a cerveza? That's a beer in Spanish. I've been on my Duolingo shit. Out here doing. Yeah, they always have to be Vietnamese. I think Vietnamese is just funnier. It's just Vietnamese is funny.
What about people from Nepal? Why does nobody talk about them?
That's not funny. We had a buddy from Nepal in middle school and high school. God rest his soul.
Yeah, I had another buddy from Nepal. He's alive. All right.
Big ups to the Nepali.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got a fucking jacked up flag, but we love them.
I can't tell you what their flag looks like.
It looks like you remember making Christmas trees in elementary school, like where you cut them out, right? You fold the paper in half and you cut the side bushels.
The side bushels.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been growing out my side bushel too.
Yeah. Dude, I remember in catechism, like...
Catechism?
Yeah, I went to catechism.
What is catechism?
It's like Sunday school, but Catholic.
Oh, okay, yeah. Where you kiss the priest?
That's a little later. That's after you do communion, I think. Confession, communion, same thing.
That's where you kiss a community of priests.
Yeah. And I remember I was a little kid, and the lady teaching our class was like...
Very Vietnamese.
No. They didn't let them in the church.
They actually do. Highest per capita of. Continue.
Okay. I have a new drinking game. I'm going to take a swig every time you talk about Vietnamese. I'm going to be drunk in 5 minutes. Okay, she was. We were making these little arts and crafts things, and she was like, "Oh, and we're going to hang in the hall." She's like, "Well, some of you guys are really good at handwriting and drawing, and some of you guys are really good at cutting, like with scissors. And so we're gonna like
this dumb bitch gave you some scissors?
Spread out the duties." and I was like, "Well, I can't draw. I don't have good handwriting, and every word."
I spelled my own name with 2 P's. There isn't a P in my name.
Every letter is like backwards, so it's like, okay, that's out. I'm a pretty good cutter. I was convinced. I was like,
you would have made a great emo.
I'm really good with scissors. And
it's been stuck in your head for years.
Turns out I didn't think about it until just now. I was like, man, I wasn't good at that either. I sucked, dude.
It's like just looking through the, like how they say, like when you die, you see your life flash before your eyes. Sometimes I feel like I don't know if it's gonna be like the parts I want to see.
People, I think that too. I'm like,
dude,
I'll just think about my teacher from Catechism randomly. I'll be like, what the
what did she do to me?
Yeah.
What happened?
Out of just the most random person that like you haven't thought about, and you're like, why am I seeing this person? Also, like they say that, but it's like, how do they know your life flashes before your eyes if you don't die?
Yeah, maybe it's like the people that don't die, but they're about to die, and then they just keep living. Maybe that doesn't happen. Maybe that just happens when you're about to die.
Exactly.
Have you ever thought of that?
Mm-hmm.
That's
yeah, because it's like. Also, I think like people get shot in the head.
And you're just retarded forever. That's the fucking worst.
I wonder. Oh man. Dude, we're getting deep.
It's dark in here. We're reliving Diddy in the dark, dude.
Yeah, I'm talking about my days in the Catholic Church.
Your popeness.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. I had like a sixth sense, I think, as a kid, because
I still don't like our priest.
I'll
be honest, don't like him. I don't like him.
What priest?
Like our priest from Orthodox Church. I don't like him.
You don't go to church anymore, do you?
Every once in a while.
Well, as a little kid, I had like a massive phobia of church, of priests,
and clowns.
Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was my biggest fucking phobia. Oh my God, that guy scared me.
Were your parents just clockwork oranging you to like be afraid of pedophiles?
Yeah, well, if they were, it fucking worked, because I went in for my first confession and I couldn't do it. I couldn't go in there. It scared the shit out of me. Like I have to fucking talk to tell this stranger all my secrets through a fucking
sliding glass door.
Like a little fucking
nook.
It looks like a fucking insect
terrarium
window thing. I was like, well, I'm not do. I can't do that.
I'm not going to do it through the screen door.
I was crying. I was like, Dad, I can't go in there. I can't go in there. And then he was, after a while, he was like,
what are some of the? Have you ever confessed?
Yeah. So.
Do you ever confess like actual things, or do you just lie in there?
I don't remember. I only did it once, and I don't remember what I confessed.
That's a lie. You think about it every day. You pervert.
No, I don't remember.
You pervert.
I think I just told him like bullshit though, because I was like, what? Like I'm 6. Like what do I have to confess?
I lied to my teacher. Like that's not a sin, but all right.
What did I? Yeah. I remember like asking my catechism teacher, I was like, well, what if I didn't do anything? And she was like, nobody's perfect, honey. And I was like, I'm
going to do something, and then I'm going to...
I'm 6, so like I'm pretty fucking close to perfect. Like I haven't really fucked up anything yet, you know? That is crazy. It's like you're a 6-year-old. What could you have done? Like, you know what I mean?
You actually just unlocked a memory for me. So at a Christmas party,
That's what we're doing.
the priest, he comes to the house during like Christmas time, and he makes like his rounds to all the families, right? And he knocks at the door. It's the whole family, my nieces, nephews, everybody's at the house. I'm maybe like 12, 13. I think I may have been high, like 14 maybe. I may have been high.
Stoned.
Yeah.
That's great.
And I remember my niece, Sophie, running to the door, opening, and she's like 6 at the time, and she opens the door, and she goes, Jesus is here! Jesus is here!
That's pretty funny.
And then just everybody dying laughing.
Yeah.
And the priest comes in and he's like, I'm not Jesus, but, thanks. And I don't know why that was so funny to me.
That's hilarious.
I don't know even how I unlocked that. That was nice.
That's hilarious.
Just a moment as a child, just like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Jesus is here.
Kids are the funniest, dude.
Ah.
Kids are so like naturally funny. They don't even know what they're doing. It's great. It's so innocent.
Just the pure joy of
and then you're like, the priest is like, all right, what'd you do, niece girl? What'd you do? Come in my box. Like,
well,
tell me all your sins.
Yeah, tell me your dirty little secrets.
It's like, what? I'm 6.
I bit the head of a Barbie doll off for my sister. That's what I did this week.
I don't like. I just play with my toys. I don't know.
I stripped down the Barbies. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, I remember like being really young, and I was like a little kid.
Just taking a puke in the fucking pants.
I had G.I. Joes. I had Barbies. I remember just playing with my toys, and I'd be like, the Barbie is like taking a shower, and then the G.I. Joe's just outside, like, yeah, like, I'm a man.
Do you think?
And my parents were just like, this kid's so retarded and cute. Like,
do you think you could like do a confession now?
Oh yeah, I have a lot to confess now.
No, I mean like, I don't think I could be in there and go like full honesty and tell them all the fucked up shit.
Yeah.
I don't think I could do that. I'd have to over the line. That's fucked up. Yeah. I couldn't do it.
I would just have them for like an hour. I'm like, let's dive in, dude.
Where you want to start?
Dude, maybe we should do that. Should we go in for confession?
Why?
I don't know. It'd be fun to talk about on the podcast. Maybe we get some bits out of it.
Just like, sorry, Father, for I have sinned. I jacked off in front of my friends once at a sleepover. He's like, tell me more. Say it again slower, boy. That's 5.
I wonder if it's
Marys.
like how it is, like on TV and movies, because like in TV and movies, they're just like hanging out, they're just walking down the street at like 3:00 in the afternoon. They see a Catholic church and they just go in, and then the priest is there, and
he's just chilling in the fucking pews.
He's just chilling, and then they're like, "Hey, can I make confession?" He's like, "That's what I'm here for." Like, did priests really just hang out at the church like that all day?
Now there's an app for it. You could probably just like call up a priest, and this is just a call center Indian. Just what do you want to confess?
The Catholic Church is outsourcing now?
That'd be a great sketch.
Yeah.
Just that will be 3 Hail Marys and a hallelujah. You are caller number 5 to the holiness.
A lot of church talk today.
Yeah, I guess I've been on the Pope grind. We got a black guy that's trying to be...
Black guys can be Pope?
Maybe, I don't know. It's either a black guy or I know there's like a Nepali dude. I know there's I'm getting like third-hand information. I'm gonna be honest. I have not looked into it, read into it.
I don't look at the news at all. Like, I don't know what's going on. I was on the phone with you and Mike yesterday, and it's like, oh yeah, see Pakistan and India going to war. I was like, I have no.
See, I get all my news from like meme videos on Instagram. Like, Like I just saw like a bomb hit, and then like the next slide was, "I will die for Pakistan." Like the little kids.
Really?
Yeah. Like little kids just screaming,
Yeah.
"I will be a fighter pilot."
Is your
Just
TikTok like just full of like war footage?
Yeah, I do. I've been watching like the whole Ukraine war on like GoPro videos, and it's kind of fun. It looks horrific, but some of those videos have Metallica behind it, and I'm jacked up on war right now.
That's crazy.
I love it.
You can just like sit on your couch and
just get existential dread.
Smoke a bowl and be like, "Oh shit, dude."
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. I'm watching like drone FPV videos of like guys like nosediving into tanks. It's like crazy.
It's crazy. That's kind of humbling because it's like you're sitting there and you're like, "Fuck, dude."
Should I play some Counter-Strike now?
Like, man, like maybe egg prices aren't so bad.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, things could be a lot worse.
It's cool. I don't gotta go to war.
That's fine. Yeah, no, war videos are kind of coming back. It's kind of sick.
I get a lot of those. I get a lot of history videos. I like history video, dude. I think I'd be pretty good at war. I think I'd be pretty good.
Yeah, we've been studying Sun Tzu for far too
we've been
long.
studying Sun Tzu. Like, I always think, like, listen, I'm not much of nothing, but like, if my back's against the wall, I'll figure it out. I'm gonna get out. Like, I'm gonna come home. Like, I'm not dying.
I just rewatched American Sniper.
I hate that movie.
Really? I love the book. The book was great.
No, the movie, it was good. It was just the ending was like...
That actually happened to him.
That's the real story.
Yeah, he got shot by a disgruntled vet.
Yeah.
He lived, and he almost fucked up his marriage, and then he comes home, he's like, I got to do better. So he starts going to meetings, and then
I just remember the ending just being like, they're just like, oh yeah, we're gonna shoot these guns, and then it's like it just cut, and then he died, and I'm like, all right, well this doesn't. I know that's how the story went, but I don't know. Maybe they could have made it like.
You don't think Bradley Cooper's handsome enough?
Dude, Bradley Cooper's so handsome.
Bradley Coops.
He seems like he'd be a massive dick in person.
I've rewatched Limitless on TikTok.
TikTok?
Yeah, I rewatched the whole thing on TikTok, basically, on Instagram videos. It's so nice.
What was that one movie in where he was?
He was about
a
Adderall.
chef. No, that was a little better than Adderall, but it was like called Burn or something.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one too, where he's like a fucked up chef, and he just sleeps at a guy's house, and he's like, I'm gonna cook fancy food, and she's like, does your boss really have to be here? And he's like, yes.
He was so good in that movie, but honestly, I feel like that's kind of how he is in person. He just, those people that like are very charming and like they seem like almost too put together when you meet them. And then it's like I could just see that guy flipping a switch and
just
being
unraveling
the most
on
evil
someone.
person ever.
I look at those movies and like the heroes in it always I always kind of want to be like that, like just charming and then just a fucking sociopath in the back end.
Yeah.
I kind of like that. That's kind of nice.
I can't do it. I can't be like a dick in person.
Oh, you got to try. It's so nice. Just being mean to an open micer for no reason.
Yeah, you really like that.
It is my Bradley Coops moment. I'm Bradley Coopering the fucking open micers.
Yep, I'm like too nice sometimes. Catch me after a couple beers, I'll be very friendly, especially if somebody had a good set, and then like now they're like, all right, you're my best friend now. I'm like, oh God, wait, hold on.
Well, let's.
I invite you to the fucking table, bro.
Yeah, I didn't say we weren't gonna shake some babies and hold hands, You
think you'll ever have a baby?
I've been thinking. I made myself cry once thinking about a fictional wedding.
Yeah.
Listening to Joji one.
You told me that.
Yeah, that was a nice thing, and I don't know if I'm prepared mentally for a child.
Yeah.
If that's still happening to me in my 20s, my late 20s, I don't think you're ready for a kid.
I cry so easily.
Oh,
I cry so fucking easily.
I lost my shit at the end of Marley and Me.
I mean, because you're a human. Like, everybody, that's just... If you don't cry at the end of Marley and Me...
I cry so easily.
Dude, when I watched Marley and Me, I was mad. First of all, didn't really get to see Jennifer Aniston's tits.
That's, yeah.
1. 2, I was sad at the end. Like, I was like, I don't like this movie. I didn't like it. I'm like, I don't like the way it made me feel. I'm not for it. What? Dude, also, I watch a lot of horror movies. I love horror movies. In all the horror movies, the fucking animal always dies. Do you watch horror movies?
Not at all.
The fucking
the
family
closest
dog.
I get is
the first
Dale
one
and
to
Tucker.
go is always the animal, and then the parents still don't fucking believe it. The parents are still like, you're just paranoid. These things happen. It's like the fucking.
The dog
The
levitated and twisted his own neck.
The dog didn't drown itself. Okay, it's a golden retriever. They're
swim.
very agile. They swim very well. Like
I know these things.
and it's like, I'll be watching a movie.
You
and
ever
I'll be,
seen a golden retriever in the lake? Yeah, that's where they love it.
It's fun. That could maybe be a bit. I don't know. Like, I was watching this one movie and it was good, and then the fucking family cat dies. I'm like, why the fuck you gotta kill the cat? Why you gotta kill the cat? You know? I get so mad. I'm like, why do you always have to kill the fucking animal first? I hate it.
I don't like horror movies. I can't sit through a horror movie and like.
As a little kid, I had the biggest phobias. I couldn't sleep for days if I saw something even somewhat scary. Dude, I couldn't sleep for days after one episode of fucking Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, dude. There was a Halloween episode scared the shit out of me. No. God damn it. All right, got a drink.
That wasn't about the Vietnamese.
Any race is fine.
All right.
Yeah, but now I think like nothing like gets me there anymore. So I'm like, like watching horror movies to like feel something. I'll be like, ooh, that got me.
Yeah, you do that with porn too. It's like I gotta keep ramping up.
Yeah.
Now I gotta watch fuck fighting.
Which is a thing. And there are some former like UFC fighters that are doing that now,
which is kind of impressive.
It's
Like I watched those fights, those fuck fights, the fuck fight league, and
they know what they're doing.
Yeah, some of those videos. I remember watching this one Amazonian bitch, huge, and then this one guy that looked like me. I'm like, well, I'm gonna watch this the whole way through and imagine I'm that guy.
Every now and again, I'll get like a video, and it'll be like the stepsister and stepmom with just massive tits and glasses for whatever reason, and then just a guy that looks like you with just the fucking
just a hammer,
just the biggest dick you ever seen. Like,
yeah,
it's like
un chokan, as the Romanians would call it.
Dude, I've thought about this, and I was like, this is a real thought I had, and I was like, I want to direct porn. I could be good at this, you know. If all else, if everything fails,
how do you break your way into the porn directing scene?
It's so much easier now with the internet, you know.
You gotta make a couple solo vids, you know. You gotta, have a debut, something with clean editing, great music.
I would
great angle
be very
work.
Focused on like the acting. Because I feel like with most porns, they don't give a shit about the acting. Just say these stupid lines and start fucking. Anybody can fucking act, okay? Anybody can act. Give them decent lines. Do some more takes. And like to make
have
the
a budget behind it,
make the fucking feel real, you know.
This is gonna be the gayest thing I've ever said, but
probably not.
There's one subset of porn where like they're in love, It's like slow romantic music in the background. That gets me.
Oh yeah, that's not gay.
That's super gay. What are you talking about?
That's not gay.
They're in love.
Yeah, dude.
He loves the way they just wake up in a bed next to each other and just like slowly kiss for a second. I'm like, whoa, this is way too heavy for me. Let's go back to the gaping bondage.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I could direct porn, honestly. I think I'd be pretty good at it.
Yeah?
I remember this one episode of Entourage where it was like this movie director that the main character worked with before, they bring him back and they're like, we wanted to do another movie with you, and he hasn't done a movie in a while, and they just go to this house and he's just filming porn. Like, he's just directing porn. He's like, yeah, I'm doing this now. It's pretty cool. I'm like, that's gonna be me one day.
I feel like these porn stars, their lives aren't that great. So you could really, like, you have an open canvas, if you will.
You know what I think is crazy is how many, just the sheer number of women that have done porn, and you don't.
And they
see
think they can do it.
Well,
that's kind of like us in comedy.
Well,
they think they can be They think they can be Riley Reid.
Well, some of them are like really pretty, and they're not like you don't even know their names, and they just did that one video that one time, and then it's out there forever. It's got like 2 million views, and it's like that's somebody out there.
That's
just
someone's daughter.
That's somebody's kid. That's some guy's girlfriend, and he doesn't know.
Damn.
But like,
that's why I do background checks before I go on a date.
Yeah.
I don't want some floozy.
That's why I hire a PI. You know?
Before first date rules on my end, you can't be doing porn. Actually, the more porn you're doing, I'm okay with it. But if you're doing one-offs, you're not committed to the game.
Yeah.
You can't have 1 foot in the door and 1 foot out. You're causing a draft.
That's just crazy that like people sign up to do that. That it's like it's going to be out there forever. Like, that's insane. Like, you're going to find the guy you like, and then you can't say it.
I think we talked about this last week, but you've never... I'm going to be honest. I made my own... Like, when I was like... I don't know how to specify this without sounding insane, but I will anyways. Like, you never been 16 and been like, I'm going to record myself jacking off. Making like a little debut, a mixtape, if you will.
A mixtape? Yeah. I don't know if I've done that. I've definitely done some
homemade sex tapes.
Yeah, some things I probably shouldn't have done. But I'll talk to the priest about that later.
Yeah. And we know it's you because we can hear Harley meowing in the background.
Yeah, it was a little callback.
Yeah.
A little conversational callback.
Yeah. A CCB?
Even that is fucked up because it's like, it's not my wife, you know? Like,
so you're only going to make sex tapes with your wife?
I mean, that's probably what you should do, right? I mean, you would think the person you're going to be with forever, just knowing like, we're probably going to marry a girl that like, there's some other guy out there that's got like fucking folders of just her naked or sucking his dick or like, you know what I mean?
So the coolest guy ever?
I just feel like at this point...
So the guy I want to have a beer with?
I just feel like at this point a lot of girls, like they've been in other relationships where they, you know, those guys
They're
got
fast and loose with the rules is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is.
I think about these things. When you're younger, you're like, nah, I'm gonna marry this girl. I'm the only guy she's been with.
Yeah, we're going to be slow dancing in the rain.
You just think like, yeah, I'll marry a girl who's never had sex with anyone, you know?
Yeah.
That's not... I don't even know if you want that.
That's the dream. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but is it? I don't even know.
That's an Australian nightmare.
God,
is
dude,
what
we
they
have
call that.
so much to learn about life.
Yeah. I'm 28.
We're
I just
I'm
28.
I'm 28 too.
Oh man.
I have no idea what the fuck is going on, guys. I have
And
no
that's-
idea. I just,
That's good. That's good not to know anything.
I just drink Miller Lights and try to be nice.
Ignorance is bliss.
I try and be nice, and then I host open mics at the Riot, and then people just come up to me and they're like, "You're the biggest piece of shit ever."
Yeah, you didn't you didn't get me up. It's like, yeah, I don't know you, and you're kind of retarded looking.
Yeah.
So, kick rocks there, Wilkins.
It is crazy doing that. Like, you genuinely feel like a bad person. You're like,
I would not even flinch at a no. I would hit him so quick.
I just go to
I
my...
would say no so fast. It would look like if you got a super slow-mo camera, it looked like I just punched them in the throat.
I go to my priest and I'm like, yeah,
I told this guy.
Couldn't get these 3 comics up at the mic. Like, what are you talking about?
Well, it's a rigged bucket pull system that they tell me to rig.
They literally tell me to.
Yeah, so that's not your fault. You have a whole Goodwill Hunting. It's not your fault, John.
That's so funny.
It's not your fault. But I couldn't get up.
Shut up!
I couldn't get Leo Basella.
Shut the fuck up!
It's
I really
not your-
wanted to get Chris Payne up.
It's not your fault, John.
God.
It's not your fault.
I actually did get Chris Payne up.
Yeah, and Leo Basella.
Mm-hmm. Leo closed him out. Or
Yeah,
no.
Someone else did. I don't remember.
I
who.
think Pena closed it out.
Yeah, or maybe Sergio. I don't know. One of these other hacks. Yeah.
Yeah. Chris Payne is a nice guy.
Funny? No. Nice? Very nice.
Oh, don't say that.
Why?
Dude, because
He knows
this
that.
this is what how I see it.
What, they watch
like-
the pod?
I'll
send him the link. I'll tell him to his face. I
No,
don't
probably
think he's that
not.
funny.
No, I'm just saying, like, with Chris Pena, like, is his material the best? No. But I always see him out.
Oh, yeah.
That's like
100%.
I mean, he's new. You know, if I see a guy who's out doing open mics and he's out there consistently, I was like, I just know, like, eventually it might take longer for some people than others, but who knows? Like, eventually you're gonna figure it out if you stick with it and you keep being persistent. You'll figure it out.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Chinese making gunpowder. You know, probably. It's the gunpowder method. You know, eventually you find the right mixture and you make some fucking pow.
What was first, gunpowder or marijuana?
Well, one's a plant and one's a mixture
No,
of.
but which was discovered first?
I bet you they were like smoking that sticky for a long time. Like gunpowder, that's like 3 ingredients, dude. That's charcoal, sulfur, and something else that I don't remember.
Okay.
You ever think that, like, if the apocalypse happens, I'm not going to be any use to anybody?
So they found it 3,000 years ago. So what, 1,000 BC?
Yeah, that sounds right.
1,000 BC for weed. Okay, guys, this is the history lesson. We tell you we're going to educate you. We're going to educate you. When was gunpowder?
I don't know.
Nice 9th century CE.
That means nothing to us.
So,
That's before Christ?
century
Or after Christ?
Common era.
That mean you can
Common
look at it all you want. It's not.
Common
the words
era.
aren't going to make sense to you, brother.
It's not BCE, so it's CE. So that's like AD. What?
What is it
Anode-
after Christ
Mm-hmm.
and before Christ?
After Christ, 9th century.
Harley, you have very stinky breath.
She does, dude.
You have very stinky breath.
She's a little Rick the Dick over here.
Rick the Pussy, huh?
Poor Rick. God, bro.
I got him on Thursday Laughs in next month. That's going to be fun. Him and Leo Basello on the same day. Oh, yeah. Come, what time are we at right there on that thingy?
50 minutes.
You want to cut it? Because I'm kind of...
Wait, you want to keep going? Like, are you going to go?
Yeah, I think so. It's 6:45. Takes 15 minutes to get over there. Still need to unpack all this shit. Yeah?
Okay. Yep, guys, that's the episode. We dug into a lot of stuff there.
Yeah, we got into it. We figured out our problems with the Catholic Church.
Yeah.
We shared some fun stories about adolescence. We talked about gunpowder for far too long.
Literally for like 2 minutes.
Yeah. That's a minute and 30 seconds more than we probably needed. But that's the showbiz. That's what we're in for.
Showbiz, baby.
We got a mind for gold is what we're doing.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't strike gold. Sometimes you hit bismuth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when was gold discovered? Like, this is what I do all night.
Start the timer, John.
This is what I do all night, and I wonder why I can't sleep.
Gold?
I'm just like, when was gold
That's
discovered?
got to be before Christ.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, after Christ, they were like, no, we got to get rid of that stuff. That's bad stuff.
4,000 BC.
Money is the root of all evil, Jonathan.
4,000 BC.
So that's before gunpowder.
I wonder why gold. People saw gold and they were like, "This is it."
Yeah, it's a nothing material.
This is it.
Now it's kind of worth something because we use it in like computer chips and shit.
What?
Yeah, like.
Really?
Yeah, we use it in computers. Gold is very conductive.
I didn't know
very
that.
Very malleable.
I don't know nothing. I know they sprinkle it on hamburgers sometimes. Yeah. I saw that on an episode of Most Expensive as Shit with 2 Chainz.
Mr. Chainz?
Mr. Chainz. Dude, I love that show, and I would give anything to have that back. That was the most interesting show. He's like, "What? This is a $50,000 burger?"
We gotta make that our own show, but it's like the least expensive as shit. It's like them's is Tic Tacs. They's real cheap. Now you could go to the convenience store and buy a whole pack of cigarettes, but what I like to do is $1 for a Lucy.
That's actually pretty funny. The least expensive as shit.
Now these are all right. I'm not gonna finish that bit.
All right, guys, that's our podcast. Thank you so much. If you made it this far,
woo.
Subscribe, unsubscribe, then resubscribe, and like the video.
Yeah, give us a like. I don't know.
Leave us a comment or something. I don't know. We don't know what we're doing. Okay.
All right, free Palestine.